Dear students, today in this video lecture, I will discuss about remote login, telnet, and total architecture of email system. So first of all, define what is the remote login. It would be impossible to write a specific client-server program for each demand. So the better solution is a general purpose client-server program that lets a user access any application program on a remote computer. So for the remote login, we require the application of Telnet. So first define the definition of the Telnet. Telnet is a client-server application program. If any client-server application program is called Telnet, Telnet is the abbreviation for terminal network, and Telnet enables the establishment of the connection to the remote system in such a way the local terminal appear to the terminal in the remote system. So this is the basic definition of the Telnet. Now we can say Telnet is a general purpose of client-server application program. Here, Telnet is provide two types of login, local login and remote. In a local login, when a system log into a local time sharing system, so it is called a local login. And remote login, the definition of remote login like that, when a user want to access an application program or utility located on the remote machine, he or she performed remote login. Here the Telnet client and server program come into use. So following figures show the local and remote login like that. In local login, terminal are direct connected to terminal driver, and these terminal driver provide the interface between operating system and terminal. And these terminal driver are directly connected to the application program. This is the local login. And remote login, suppose client want to access file from the server, so first terminal या client are attached या login with the help of Telnet client, and Telnet clients are connected with the TCP/IP model via internet. This internet using the address of server side, and in server side, several application programs are located. Now Telnet server execute the command of Telnet client and provide the response of Telnet client Telnet and provide the response. So this is the basic procedure of remote login, because client access the file and any program from the server side, remote side. So concept here the remote login, we use the concept of NVT. What is the NVT? Means terminal are directly connected to Telnet client, and Telnet client are connected to Telnet server with the help of internet, and Telnet server are provide the response of terminal client and access file from pseudo terminal driver. So the process terminal to terminal client is known as local computer character set, and Telnet to client to Telnet server is so the NVT character set, and process of Telnet server to pseudo terminal driver is remote computer character set. So there are two types of process are used: data character and control character. Data control are represented by 0 and control character are represented by 1. So some NVT control character like that. If character EOF, it is represented in decimal form 236 and binary form 111011101. It means end of file. EOR means end of record. It is represented in decimal form 239 and binary form 1110 4 times 1. It is denoted by meaning of your end of record. Similarly, SE, NOP, DM, VR key, IP, internet process, AO, abort output, AIT, RU, there, EC, erase character. That type several of NVT control character are used in the NVT process. Sub NVT character set for option negotiation like that will is represented in form of decimal 251 and binary 4 time 1 5 time 101, meaning will meaning offering the enable and accepting the request to enable. Similarly, WONT decimal number is 252, binary number 5 type 6 time 10 means rejecting a request to enable, offering to disable, accepting the request to disable. This is the correct NVT character set for the option negotiation. Now, they explain what is the electronic. So one of the most popular internet service is electronic mail, means email. The designer of the internet probably never imagined the popularity of this application program. Its architecture consists of several components that we discuss in this chapter, in this slide. So topic discussed in this section, first describe the architecture of email, what is the user agent, what is the MTA message transfer agent, what is the SMTP, message access agent, POP and IMP, web-based mail, and several type of topic discussed in this electronic. Now, first we explain the entire email system. In entire email system, suppose that user A and user B come. User A mail to user B and user B reply mail of user A. So processes perform. User A first interface with user agent. They are required interface, and user A interface with user agent. Now user agent provide the command of spool, simultaneous peripheral operation online, and these are command are stored in database alias XP, and these database are sent client MTA. Client MTA is sent to server remote site with the help of internet. After the client MTA send the response to server MTA, and server MTA store the database alias.xp, and next perform the spool operation, and spool operation perform the provide the user agent, and user agent provide the user B. So the process of the entire mail A to B side and B side to A side is similarly. So first scenario in electronic mail means user agent means alias are connected with system and send the message POP. So user agent is like that envelope. Some SMTP protocol are used. So after user agent and MTA we describe the SMTP protocol. So SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol, used in electronic mail system. So most popular network service is electronic mail. The TCP/IP protocol supporting electronic mail on the internet is called simple mail transfer protocol. It is a system for sending message to other computer user based on email address. So SMTP provide for mail exchange between user on the same and different computer, and support like that sending a message to one and more recipient, sending a message that include text, voice, video, or graphics, sending message to user network outside the internet. Means user SMTP client are connected with SMTP internet, and SMTP server provided to other receivers. So let us begin the breaking down of SMTP client and server in two components. First, user agent and MTA mail transfer agent. It is the described in the email architecture. So when sender and receiver of an email are on the same system, we need only 2 user agents. Note the point. When the sender and receiver of an email are on the same system, we need only 2 user agents. And second scenario in electronic mail, user agent after MTM message transfer agent. Now alias create the envelope with the help of user agent. Now system mail server and mail transfer agent a client side send the message of envelope with the help of internet to the system mail server side. After receiving Bob the message from MTA server and interact with user agent. When the sender and receiver of an email are in the different system, we need UA and pair of MTA client server. When the sender and receiver of an email are the different system, we need 2 user agent and 1 pair of message MTA agent client and server. So third scenario of electronic mail like that, UA, alias and MTA clients. LAN are when connected MTA server and MTA client system connected with the internet system mail server and provide the response. This is the third scenario of electronic mail. When the sender is connected to the mail server via LAN or WAN, we need user agent and 2 pair of MTA client server. This is the diagram of third scenario. In the fourth scenario, user agent alias MTA are connected with LAN WAN, MTA server, MTA client system, internet, and MTA server connected MA server, LAN WAN, like that. So B in fourth scenario required each operation push versus pull in electronic. MTA client pushes the message to MTA server and MA server client pulls message to MMA client and it provide the response. When both sender and receiver are connected the mail server via LAN or WAN, we need 2 UA, 2 pair of MTA and 1 pair of MAs. This is the most common situation today. These are required in fourth scenario of email system. So some services of user agent are denoted here. First service of user agent like a composing message. Second service of user agent UA is reading message. Third service is replying to message, forwarding message, handling mailbox. That is the service. This is the service of user agent. Okay. Now next some example. Command driven user agent are like that mail, Pine and ELR. Some example of GUI based user agent are Eudora, Outlook and Netscape. The format of an email shown here in the figure. Suppose Bureau's version D Enza College Cupertino CA 960144. Sophia Fagan Comnet like this. So here the address, here the subject, here the body of language, like a postal mail we use for this type. While in electronic mail, we need the address of like that fagan@connect.com. Here the postal address we require all address of house, number, city number, and block, that etc. And here only needed the email address. This is the representation of envelope. Here is the representative of envelope in form of this. Now, in email also required message had 2 parts. One part is header and second part is body. The contents material information are showing in the part of body and header are included the address, source, address, destination, date, and what the subject of message. This is the part of header. So the format of email compared with the format of postal mail. The postal mail simple address write down on the envelope and material showing the inside of envelope. Here address are written in the address bar and header are associated the address of source, address of receiver, date and subject, and body is associated with message. So this is the format of email. Now in the next lecture, we use some protocol are used for forwarding mail. So in the next lecture, we discuss some important protocol are used for email architecture. Thank you.